What's up, guys? Giggle Autumn here. So in today's video, I just want to kind of give you guys like a guide and maybe a couple tips on how I've been playing Penny Parker and maybe a couple things that you didn't even realize she had in her kit or the full extent of what she can actually do. As you can see, I have 25 hours played on her, so I've put in a lot of time, a lot of experience. I've played some competitive, I've done a lot of just casual gameplay with her. I've reached the highest level with her, Lord. So I've maxed her out, put in a lot of time, hours, a lot of wins, a lot of games. So I hope you guys find these tips helpful. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is Cyber Bomb. So this is her web ability. So it has a 3-second cooldown when you detach. It starts the cooldown. It doesn't start if you are attached already, so just keep that in mind. When you are attached, that's how you get healed. So you want to kind of walk away, and when it pulls you back, that's when you gain the health. So you actually can gain more health than you already have. Because Penny only has 650. So you can gain actually extra health maybe before you even encountered a fight. How you activate the healing is you have to walk forward and pull yourself back. That's how you activate the sling mechanic. Something that I suggest is maybe holding it if you're maybe getting aggressive on a team. Hold on to that so that you can use it as an escape, get out of danger, get back to your team. If you're holding a position, I suggest that you keep yourself just attached. You're just holding, just shooting, and then you took a little bit of damage, you can sling yourself back. It's extremely helpful, throws off the enemies. Great mechanic in her kit. All right, next I want to talk about Penny's mines that she has. So she can have 4 in her inventory at a time, but you can have more than 4 out at a time. It takes a 3-second cooldown to bring them back, but you can definitely throw them. They go pretty far, so I mean keep that in mind when you say you have an enemy retreating from you. You want to throw it behind them. They're weak. You see the support's weak behind them. You can throw the mines. It's extremely helpful. It's also good to use the mines maybe in a choke that you're getting flanked. So you're okay, I'll put a mine behind us. My support keeps getting pushed from there. Then hey, someone's there. You can turn around, help out. Potentially save your support from dying. You lose your support, it's over. So it's extremely helpful and useful. Penny also has an ability to wall ride, which a lot of characters do, but she does. It's extremely helpful. Say you got maybe walled off from your teammates and stuff. You can pop on the wall, get over, make it right back to your team because maybe your web was on cooldown or something. You see someone, sitting on high ground, you can push them. It's very useful. Make sure you're using that mechanic often. Now, this is one of my favorite things in Penny's kit, is the fact that she has an ability to web the enemies. Now, this has a 3-second cooldown, and it holds them for a second. It is so strong, and you want to constantly be using this. Don't just be holding it. Just constantly be webbing your enemies. I mean, it's crazy. The damage that you can get, you can just crush people, basically. It's really strong against characters that have an overshield or a movement ability. So you say you're getting flanked by a magic. You can stop her from being able to dash, and that might give your team enough time to just kill her. Or what I like to do is when a Venom is pushing me, you know that they're going to use their heal ability, right? To stay a little bit longer. Well, if you immobilize him and your teammates can kill him before he can pop that, he's dead. I mean, he doesn't have a chance. They literally can't use abilities when they're stunned like that. So it's super, super strong. You want to try and make sure you're webbing so that your DPS has line of sight as well. Say you have a Hawkeye or a Hela, because let's be honest, you're going to have one of those on your team. If you web them, they can just headshot him, it's over. I mean, it's basically just a free kill. So you want to make sure that your DPS is paying attention and taking advantage of that. I also suggest that you are paying attention to your supports as well with the web. So say like your supports are getting dove by like a Spider-Man or a Panther or something, you can turn around, web them, gives your supports enough time to maybe create that distance, or even gives you a chance to finish off that kill. It's extremely helpful with saving as well. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is her spider nest. Her spider nest is absolutely insane. So it does a lot. It throws out mines. It throws out like the drones. If Penny is attached to the web, she can, in this web, she gains like extra shield. She gains a movement boost. She gains so much from being in the web. It is just absolutely crazy. Something you want to make sure you're doing is hiding it from the enemies. A lot of people I've noticed, they just kind of like throw them out in the open. You want to do that. You want to hide it. You want to make them come to you, make them be forced to break it. So you want to bait them in because it destroys the enemies if they're sitting in it. As you can see on the left side, it says how much health you have on it. So it has 350 health. If it is fully healed, you can actually destroy it and get it right back. If it is almost broken, you'll be like 10 seconds or, so on. It just depends on like the health of it, how much time. If it gets fully destroyed, or if it was like almost destroyed and you destroyed it yourself, it will take 15 seconds for it to come back. So keep that in mind. Something that a lot of people I don't think do is if you're on attack and you're playing Penny, you want to walk up with it, right? Like, okay, say I had it back here, and now we've pushed the payload a certain amount of time. You want to pick it back up, right? Put it in another spot closer. So you want to constantly keep moving it with you. You don't need to keep it way in the back. Don't wait for it to get destroyed back there. Just keep it going with you. It's such a strong thing in her kit. Something else that I suggest that you're doing is if your supports are maybe having a hard time that game because they're just constantly getting dove, don't worry about using it as much as an aggression thing. Use it to kind of protect them. So like tell your supports like, hey, like chill on my nest, like make sure you're sitting there. I'll turn around, I'll web them, we'll kill them on the nest. It gives them enough time if they're getting dove that it could even fully kill like whoever's that, like that Spider-Man or that Panther that just dove them. It might actually fully kill them and save the game and your support's life. All right, next thing I want to talk about is Spider Sweeper, which is her ultimate. So her ultimate, you gain 1250 health, which is super nice. So if like you're about to die, or maybe it's getting close, or you need to super tank, it's nice to pop it and just become a super god with crazy movement speed. And so you get mines and spider sweep. So spider sweep, you knock them up if you hit them. Does damage as well. And then the mines, you don't have like unlimited amounts. So you kind of want to be careful with how much you're throwing those out. I suggest that you throw them out when you're either on top of the enemies, or you run behind them, drop them behind them, and then like turn back around and like force them to like run back in that position. It is just super strong. Her ult is crazy good. If used properly, obviously, and you can get it quite often. It's a very good hold, very good to hold a point as well. And I love her ultimate. It is just amazing. I can't say how much I love it more. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any more questions or comments about Penny, you want some advice, or maybe something I missed that, I should have went over, feel free to leave them in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, wanting to do some more Rivals content. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.